Hi guys, hey, welcome to your November Psychic Tarot reading with me. My name's Chris, for those of you who don't know me, and I'm with Psychic Insights channel. So Pisces, this is your reading for November, and we are using 4 cards from this deck, the Morgan Greer, and then 4 clarifying cards underneath from the Rider-Waite deck. So if we get 2 cards that are the same that turn up, then that message becomes even more poignant. Now I work with psychic messages as well during the reading, and I have no idea what they will be until we start into the reading, so let's get started. Remember to check your sun, rising and moon signs, as you may resonate with one of those more than the other. So Pisces, the 8 of Pentacles to start with, the 5 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Now let's see what we get in the next deck of cards that we will be dealing. And I can see my camera is a little bit too close. I wonder if I will shift it when we've finished dealing. So Pisces, the Devil, the Moon, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. So let me just shift my camera back so that you can in fact see your reading. So let's see, Pisces, what do we have going on here? No cup energies, interestingly enough, which of course is your own energy that you exude. We have a Pentacles, we have 2 Swords, 2 Pentacles, 3 Swords, and a Wand, and 2 major arcanas, and an Ace. Okay, let us move to the first left, this 8 of Pentacles and the Devil card here. So the 8 of Pentacles is how you are moving into the month of November. I like that card. It's the symbolism of good, sturdy, solid, steady progress. It's not necessarily a card of quick action or deftness or things happening at a great pace, but it is the card of determination and thoughtfulness in the way you have patterned your progress. So the ability to have thought a plan out or a project and be taking one step at a time towards its eventual outcome. And it quite often is considered around the field of our finances or our career, given that it's the Pentacles there. Now, it can also be someone who's even working with their hands one way or another, almost in the literal sense. So for some of you, this might be relevant if you are doing a project or earning your financial growth by way of physicality with your own hands. So it could be some of you might be physically manifesting projects through the use of your hands one way or another. And this can be things like trade skills or people who are artistically involved in their work, such as hairdressers or people who create something, artists, or even writing or, fashion and design, concepts like that. So it's a good card, as I say, to have. The one thing that I do think of from the health perspective, often it signifies messages to me about our chakra systems in our body being slightly out of alignment. And in particular for this card, it often refers to the base chakra, which is at the bottom of your spine, or your next one up, which is the sacral chakra. And the colours that relate to those are the oranges and the reds, which kind of are also very prevalent in that card. Now, if either of those areas are blocked, they can lead to a lack of creativity or a lack of spontaneity, as well as also sexual inclinations, because those are the 2 areas that are governed by that. So some of you may need a clearance in that area, or to be more creative or open it up or have more spontaneity around it, like freedom. Now when we come to the clarifying card at the bottom, we see the Devil card, one of the 2 major arcanas that you have received. You've got the Devil and the Moon, and they're both of the major arcanas that we would say are a little bit more hidden energy cards, and a little bit more on the kind of emotional side, or the plane of life that we often don't see or that is hidden. So coming back to the Devil, we often associate this card with feeling either trapped or chained up to something in our life that has taken a slight hold on us. So this can be anything, so obsessions, if you like, so relationships, it can be work, diets, the way we live, the way we spend, addictions, hobbies, habits, attitudes, opinions, or the way we treat others, or the way we are being treated. So given that it's connected to that top card, it almost gives me the feeling that some of you could be either out of balance, and we've talked about that before, in those areas of possibly sexual relationships or intimate relationships, or your career and the way you're earning your money or how you're earning it. So something there does give me the feeling that some of you need to be more harmonized in either of those areas. You need to rebalance them. Either somehow you take back control, or like that's if it's a negative situation with someone else putting their input on you that you wish wasn't there, such as like a maltreatment around a relationship, or even your finances or your money. Someone might be abusing you and you need to regain the balance or the upper hand. Talking about hands again, the physical hand approach, so regaining the upper hand. Or that it's your own balance that you need to bring back in. So drop off some sort of obsession that might be around money, or how you're earning it, or what you might have done with your money, or how you've invested it or not invested it. But it's definitely talking to you very succinctly about balance and getting rid of any dark energy or matter in those areas of your life, that bottom half of your chakra center, this base chakra and the sacral chakra, and getting harmony, flow back in there again, and letting the light in. Those would be the main messages I see for that. So certainly if there's anyone in your life that is not treating you with respect, integrity, fairness and equality, and honouring you, then look very carefully how you can rearrange that particular energy of relationship, whether it's a personal one or a work one or friendship or anything. But it needs to be switched around somehow. And we come up here to the Five of Swords, and we see this card with this guy with a hood on, and he kind of appears like it's at night or in the evening because the sun is setting, and we have here that this is happening at night in the moon card. So there's indications that there's either something that goes on at night, like undercover, or it's not fully aware for everyone to know about. It's something you're either not totally open about, or it happens in the hours of darkness, or it's something even that you're not fully aware of yet. But there are other people involved, and there seems to be a dispute or an argument, but usually that Five of Swords indicates to us that you actually come out on top of it, which is a good thing. But often it means that those other people will walk away, that they needed to walk away actually, but they will possibly, some of them will leave and go and distance themselves to quite a degree, because they're either over it, or they're not wanting to be part of what you're talking about anymore, or liaising with you. So it's a card that tells us to use our words carefully. We can choose to use certain words in terms of resolution or dispute issues. So you can make something have a more favourable outcome by the way you handle it. And I think that could be very poignant for you in this month of November. And we come down here to your clarifying card, and we see there's this crab type creature or a scorpion. So water sign people may be involved in this one way or another, including yourselves, of course. So, but I suspect it's not just you, this is other people involved. That it could be happening at night. It's also, this card gives us the feeling of psychic intuitive abilities, so it's talking to you about you tuning into that and being more connected with your psychic self. You're probably one of the most psychically attuned zodiacs of the whole 12 signs, so you can uplift more of that and connect at that deeper level. It also talks to us about the moon, full moon cycles, and the eclipses that have been, which were in September, how they may have affected you and how this situation may have been going on since then, because we have a sun involved and the moon. So there may have been some strange issue that happened in September that has been just, boiling away under the surface up until November, and you have to address it and deal with it, and someone is going to be really, pissed off, and they're going to walk away, but it's to the better. The moon card tells us to be very careful who we're dealing with, how we deal with them, what information we give them. Don't let your bank account details be known. Don't sign contracts with dodgy people. Don't buy anything that doesn't seem legitimate or above board. So just be careful in November. Keep your wits about you and trust your gut instincts. Listen to what you're saying to yourself in particular. This can also be a sign of listening to dreams. You might become quite psychic or intuitive as well. It can be about hormonal cycles and emotional imbalance, and we've had 2 of those down here. So you're definitely getting the inference here to really check yourself on your emotions and balancing them. For females, if you're going through hormonal shifts, make sure your hormones are balanced and in place. You may need to get blood tests and get them checked. There might be something that could be given to you. It might even be along the lines of thyroid medication, if not female hormonal. So also make sure your vitamins, minerals, and those type of things are all up and running well in place. So we come here to the 7 of Rods, and we see this guy standing there with quite a look of determination and strength, and these other rods butting up around him. It's usually a card that says if you've had something on your mind and there's been tension around it, or other people determined to put their 2 cents worth in, don't give up, because you're on the way to success. Now we see that with this card here and this card. So whatever it is that you've been going on about, something in your life, and it might have been for some months, and it involves other people, you're coming to fruition where you should find yourself in a place of positivity around it. So keep going. That's the strong message here. Just don't give up your ideas, your thoughts, your creativity. You know that what you had in mind was right, or you know that the direction you wanted to go was worth pursuing. I do think, though, that we always do need to take other people's opinions on board, and quite often if you go into like a, not resolution meeting, but a mediation where you can hear other people's points of view, you can learn a lot. So there's definitely still advice that other people can be giving you as well, and you need to be open to that. And we see that clearly down here with your clarifying card, which is the Queen of Swords. Now she can be an older air sign woman who could even be a legal type representative, whether she's in accountancy or legal terms such as a lawyer, or even a mentor, or someone that you are seeing or could see for advice on legal matters, issues, or finances, or disputes or resolutions. She might have some really good ideas that help you move forward. So she could be someone in your family, but I tend to think she might be more a person who's slightly further removed, but that she is worth speaking to, because she could have some answers for you. So then we go over here to the Ace of Swords, which is kind of tied in with, I think. Now the Ace of Swords is a good positive card. It refers to new beginnings, obviously, but it sometimes refers to those beginnings coming at the cost of something else moving aside. And we get the feeling with that here in your reading, and this one here where you need to move something aside. So you are making changes in the month of November, and they're decisions that you are taking control of that affect other people as well. Now sometimes this Ace of Swords can come about literally when there is a separation or even a divorce impending, And it can be that you sign a contract to say, okay, we're severing our ways, or whatever we've had signed between us, we're dividing and going a separate path. So sometimes this can be the breakdown of contracts, whether they were in business or a divorce or relationships or the selling of a property or a business. It's things like that. And if we want to be a spin doctor, we can also flip that around and say that there is this potential for it to be the starting of new businesses and new contracts being signed and the setup of new agreements. Usually that you will read a document, or a document is involved one way or another. If not written, then definitely verbal contracts. So something new is coming. And we see underneath here the King of Pentacles. He's a great card, kind of sitting next to a queen down here. So you've got older people in your reading that are part of decisions that you are making and moving forward with. Now, he could again be a person who is a counsel, you go to for counsel, or he could be a supportive person who is the backbone of a new business. He might be the person who puts money into a business, or he might be your employer. This may be a new contract you're signing for a new job. It might be a pay increase. It might be a new position within the company you're within, and he could be your employer. He is known as the Entrepreneur King. He has a lot of fiscal knowledge and understanding about finances, money markets, mortgages, loans, rates. He also is an earth sign energy who's very endearing. He's a nice person to be able to go to talk to, or have as a backup person who's in your life. So he could be involved in this whole, if it were a relationship triumph, he could be the person who is on the other end of that as well. So he holds quite a key in possibly many different perspectives of the ways you are moving forward in November. And remember, for each and every one of you, this will be different because this is an overall reading. If you are wanting a specific set reading, you would have to have one privately with me, so you would need to follow the link to my website for that. But there you are, Pisces. I think you have got yourselves quite a full-on reading where you address personal issues to move forward for your future, and especially given that this is November and we're nearing the end of 2016, we will be preparing ourselves for the next journey into 2017, our goals, directions, energies we want to take with us, things that we want to drop off. So it's a great time for preparation work to be done. Let's put these cards away and see what is in store for you with the one last card we have. So this is for Pisces. What message would you like to pass on to them? So we will just give another little shuffle. Ooh. Pisces. Entrepreneur. Well, we talked about that. That word came up towards the end. So again, I think it's relevant for some of you. Some of you will be contemplating new businesses, or the opportunity or thought paradigm of becoming either self-employed or being more self-resilient or motivated. And that was also there with that very first card, the Eight of Pentacles, and I said it's someone who works with their hands or is hands-on. And again, that's very much about being in control of the direction of your life and your money and your career and your opportunities. So the Entrepreneur card says, self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. So remember that you do have a team of network galactic helpers at your side, your spirit guides and angelic helpers, collective consciousness energies. And again, if you notice the colour on the card, it is very much this orangey kind of reddy colours coming through, and that again addresses the whole topic of your sacral and base chakras and bringing energy into them, freeing up any blocks, which will help you move forward in this realm of entrepreneurship if that is your dream and ambition. So hey guys, I hope that makes a lot of sense for any of you Pisces out there, that it connects with some of you. Thanks for listening, liking, subbing and tuning in. I greatly appreciate all your support. You are the ones that give the creativity to this channel to produce these videos each month. So have a wonderful November wherever you are listening from. Wishing you much happiness, laughter, love and safety. Namaste.